We'll look at 3 of these to demonstrate the main features of a personality disorder, starting with the paranoid personality disorder. Classic traits you should expect to see include an excessive sensitivity to setbacks and rebuffs, a tendency to bear grudges, a suspicious nature, often shown by misconstruing the innocent actions of others, or by believing their partner to be sexually unfaithful without justification, a preoccupation with unsubstantiated conspiratorial explanations of events, a combative and tenacious sense of personal rights, out of keeping with the actual situation, and finally, a tendency to excessive self-importance, often manifest in a persistent self-referential attitude. Our patient is a 40-year-old woman. Although she presents in a very pedantic manner, this is not necessarily part of the disorder. She is overly defensive in conversation. She had previously had a depressive illness, and her general practitioner felt that she was becoming paranoid regarding her neighbours. There's no evidence of delusions in the conversation, though she clearly shows suspiciousness. A collateral history and further interview helped to confirm a diagnosis of personality disorder. Look for the following symptoms in the interview. Misconstruing the interviewer's question. A persecutory belief. A tenacious sense of personal rights. Misconstruing of action. Misconstruing of events. A conspiratorial explanation. Suspecting her partner of infidelity.
I appreciate the fact you've come along to talk to me. What was the neighbour problem you said that you had that was bothering you?
It wasn't bothering me. You are making it sound as if I am at fault. The problem she has is that she continuously has loud music on to annoy me.
What did you do about this?
I went to the council and complained. Because I have a right to live in my own home, which I have paid for by hard work, in peace.
Right. Did you ever speak to your neighbour about this?
Yes. She tried to apologise, but you could see she didn't mean it from her eyes. So I immediately reported her before things went too far.
Right. Did the music stop?
Ah, well, she stopped the music. But the very next day she decided to beat her carpets outside so as to annoy me.
Right. Do any of the other neighbours complain about her?
I'm afraid they're not a very pleasant bunch. I have had problems with 1 or 2 of them. One man has a dog that ran into my garden. He knows I don't like dogs and I have a right to privacy.
Right. Did the dog do this repeatedly?
That is not the point. I shouldn't have to keep watch over my garden as I have to now. I don't speak to this man any more as he obviously doesn't like me. I saw him in town at a distance, but he didn't speak to me.
Did he actually see you?
Oh, I'm sure he must have done. As you know, you yourself went out. Would recognise the neighbour as anybody would. No, if he wants it to be like that, so be it.
Right. And I understand that you're living alone now.
Yes. My husband left 2 years ago. Oh, he denied anything was happening, but you can always tell. I never managed to prove anything, but 3 weeks ago I learned that he's now moved in with someone else.
Right. OK, we'll need to leave it there, but thank you very much for coming along.
This woman shows many personality traits typical of a paranoid personality disorder. Depressive illness can alter the presentation of a personality disorder. In depressive illness, however, guilt and unworthiness would normally be directed inwardly and not blamed on others. Paranoia, or a persecutory delusional belief, may often focus on the neighbours. The feeling of persecution is usually more intense and is unshakable, and may involve bizarre ideas, such as neighbours possessing special machinery to monitor them with. Often the delusion is accompanied by other psychotic phenomena. It is also usually restricted to one setting and not generalized to all people. For example, the police may be the sole persecutors. The patient frequently presents in a perplexed manner in a psychotic illness. An organic illness may alter the personality, and a head injury, for example, may permanently change the personality. The main point to diagnosing personality disorder as opposed to illness is that there is no change in a personality disorder, whereas an illness has a starting point. Don't forget that personality disorders can underlie an illness and may therefore confuse the clinical picture presented. Hence the importance of the pre-morbid personality.